guys. Today I'm going to talk about a story. It's a story about me and a best friend of mine. And, well, used to be best friend. Mind you, she wasn't a bad friend at all. She was actually the best. I had a crush on her. And many people knew that. Including her. I eventually told her because I didn't know when I would be able to see her again because it was summer break and I didn't know if she was going to change schools. I didn't know if I was, so, I told her before we had to go away for summer break. And I didn't know I would get her number that day. So that we could communicate with each other. Yeah. We started communicating throughout the summer. And, yeah, things were going good. And apparently she was going to stay at the same school, and I was going to stay at the same school, and I was so happy that I would get to see her again. The day that I told her that I had a crush on her, she told me that she was straight, which is fine. I was friend-zoned, and that was fine with me, because I saw her as a good partner. Why not as a good friend? Why not still be friends with her even though we aren't going to be in a romantic relationship? I didn't care. As long as she knew that, one day I sent her some pretty inappropriate pictures based on Undertale, not under TAIL, which is the stuff that I sent her, but not safe for work images based off of under TALE. So yeah. One day, the school calls me into the office, and I go with a teacher's aide. This was after the first recess, so I was confused why I wasn't able to go see Violet. All I knew is that she was probably out, which was fine. I would get to see her another day, I thought. No. I found out that I wasn't able to see her ever again because the parents had told the school about what I had sent her in private, not on school property. So I wasn't allowed to be friends with her anymore. I felt so sad, and I started SH often. I started SHing myself. I saw a pencil with an eraser. I would jab the eraser into my skin, sliding against my skin really hard to make it hurt, to make myself feel pain without actually leaving any scars. And the teachers would try to get me to stop, but I started seeing therapy, which I had been doing for a lot of my life. I think it may have started because of anger issues, and then slowly morphed into because I would feel sad all the damn time and commit SH a lot more often. I started hitting my head against walls. Later I found out Violet had showed other kids on the bus. And I told my parents about what the teacher aide had told me, which was that Violet showed other kids on the bus. I always thought that she was just lying to me to make me feel better, because my parents asked the school if they knew about this, and the school was like, no, not at all. And neither did the bus driver. I'm sorry. Anyways, it got so bad that I started running out of the classroom just to get some alone time, because every single time we went in the room next door, we had to be with someone, and we weren't allowed to go into places where you were alone. And I just wanted to be alone. Entirely alone. So I would sometimes ask if I could take a break outside, and they would make me sit on a chair. I would feel like I was getting controlled by people who wanted me to not see my friend. So I never wanted to sit in the chair and would always fight about it. And they would say, okay, going to the room next door. And I'm like, no, I just want to be on the ground. And nature felt calming to me. And they weren't letting me go to nature. They weren't letting me go to some place that I find calming. So I would often, like, when they went looking, I would get out of the chair and go to the dirt. And they would force me into either the room next door or back into the chair. I didn't like being in the chair. It felt like I was still being watched and not alone. And I just wanted to be alone, and I didn't know how to tell them that without them being like, no. So recently, my dad told me that he thinks that the school knew about it. And I was confused and was like, why do you think that? And my dad was like, and I was like, the school said that they didn't know that Violet had shown those images. And my dad was like, BS. They knew. They were just being discriminatory against people of LGBTQA plus community. And my family and I are all a part of the LGBTQA plus community, and we have a lot of friends in that community. So we're all LGBTQA plus. And the school knew that. They didn't object to letting Violet not see me at all, like be friends with me at all, or anything like that. I would always want to curl up in a ball in this dirt and sand. You know, that piece of dirt and sand that is partially closed up by gate. But some of it is not, so you just sit in it. You know, I like sitting in it. And I couldn't get alone time at recess, that's for sure. Because there were always these people who wanted to play with me, and I never felt like playing with them. I felt so alone. I started being homeschooled while still technically going to that school. I still felt heartbreak and despair because I knew Violet was there and I wasn't able to see her ever again. And I eventually changed schools, and I had this friend who I'm still friends with, who was named KJ, who went by KJ. KJ, for the first few, I want to say weeks that I knew her, she reminded me of Violet. She would sometimes have this cute little stutter that Violet always had. We knew about Undertale, and Violet was a fanatic for Bendy and the Ink Machine, but whatever. Similar thing, I guess. Has a dead guy or two in it. Like in both of the games. Anyways, how we actually became friends is because of Undertale, lol. Anyways, she just reminded me a lot of Violet. And I would always laugh about it and or sob about it because I missed Violet so much, and I still do. The school was an a-hole. I just wanted to get the story out. I'm sorry.